black bean fudge, minty black bean fudge. If you've never made brownies or fudge or anything baked, any baked goods with brownies before, you're in for an amazing treat. One of my favorite recipes to make is black bean brownies with peppermint oil. So when I saw this recipe for black bean fudge with a wide variety of oils, anything from wild orange to spearmint, I was intrigued. So usually the first time I make a new recipe, I'll half it so that I don't end up with a ton of stuff if I don't love it. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So I've got 1 3/4 cups rinsed black beans from a can. They happen to be organic, but yours don't have to be. A heaping 1/4 cup of, this is organic extra virgin coconut oil from Costco. Now the reason I'm using a heaping cup is because it calls for 3/4 of a cup, and there's not really a clean measurement. It's like 0.3 something if you want to half that. So it's a little bit of a messy calculation, but I think it's gonna work just great. Okay, so we also need that same heaping 1/4 cup, sorry, of coconut powder. Oh my gosh, I haven't had a coffee today. I don't think I took my Mitomax either. We are going to use a heaping 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. Now this again happens to be organic. Costco is amazing for carrying a lot of organic products. See, I'm just doing a messy heaping spoon of that. Now I'm making this right in the blender because that's all you have to do to make this recipe, and it's part of the reason I love the black bean brownies so much. It's so quick and simple to make. So there we've got our cocoa powder. Now this calls for a 1/2 cup of white sugar, but I'm going to use cane sugar. This is organic cane sugar, again from Costco. And I'm not going to use quite 1/2 cup. I find doTERRA's recipes can be a little on the sweet side for our palate, so I'm using well under 1/2 cup there. And then it also calls for 1/2 cup of honey, so again I'm going to cheat that measurement. Gotta love it. Another product from Costco. This is like a Costco advertisement, another Costco product. But it's really great for the products that we use all the time, and they're really high quality. Add a little maple syrup. I really like maple syrup and what it does in my baked goods. So again, that was well under 1/2 cup. Oh God, I just realized I halved the recipes. Okay, so that's like the full amount of sugar. This is gonna be probably very sweet for our recipe. But still not too much, so that's fine. Because that overall called for a full cup, and we used well under 2 1/2 cups, so we're still good. All right, so we've got our honey, we've got our sugar. Now vanilla, we also attempted making our own vanilla. I don't know if you've seen the price of vanilla lately, but it is so high. So this calls for a 1/2 teaspoon, so we're gonna use 1/4 teaspoon. This is just vanilla beans. I usually like a little bit extra. This is just vanilla beans chopped up in vodka. You can look up the recipe to make that online. So far it's been working really great for us, and I love it. All right, now a pinch of salt. You want to add salt to any recipe that you are making with chocolate because it really helps that chocolate flavor pop. And then 4 to 6 drops, so we're gonna half that, 2 or 3 drops of the spearmint oil. This is a new bottle. All right, so there's 3 drops. I'm just gonna spin that. smooth. Just gonna test it to see if the mint flavor is strong enough. I do find sometimes, like with the peppermint brownies, I add extra peppermint because it's not quite strong enough for my taste. Oh my gosh, that's so good. And oh my gosh, I love the spearmint flavor. That is dynamite. Wow, this might be a new favorite recipe. So I really like, in the peppermint brownies, they're baked. So that is part of the reason why the peppermint flavor fades so much. This is raw. So it's just refrigerated. I just wanted to make sure. So I don't want to overdo the essential oil. So 3 drops was perfect for this. So if you're doing a full batch, 4 to 6 drops should be great. I'm just gonna grab a little spatula. That's it. That's all you do. You just pour this, a little dust or something. Fluffy. Oh my gosh. Just wipe this down. Okay. So that's it. You just pour it into the mold here. Refrigerate for an hour till it firms up, and you can slice it into squares. And the coconut oil is what's going to do that for you. My dogs are outside wanting to come in. They probably smell those delicious kale chips that are in the oven. Oh my gosh, guys. So good. One of my favorite things, probably my favorite thing about making my own food, is being able to create recipes that taste absolutely terrific, but they're healthy for you. You know, like I love chocolate as much as the next person, but I don't love the refined sugars and all the junk they put in commercial products. I mean, it's just nasty. And you know, to be honest, we were in Paris Sound this past weekend, and we went to a movie theater. They have like the most ancient movie theater in the whole world, and we got a chocolate bar. So we'd been portaging for 3 days before that, and you know, eating dehydrated meals, and those are quite different than what we're normally used to in terms of the amount of seasonings that we're able to make, right? So we make most of our own food. And so we were just dying for like chips and chocolate bars, probably me more than Lou, soda water, just these things that you know, take for granted. And that's one of the reasons I love going portaging, actually, because it gives you a renewed appreciation for these things in our life that we just have all the time. So you start to appreciate them more. Okay, so I'm just gonna shake that out. Now again, because this is a half recipe, this is pretty thin. I am fully confident the next time I make this, I will do a full recipe. I'm just letting it settle into the corners. That's it. I'm going to refrigerate that for an hour, and it's gonna be excellent. It already tastes amazing. Guys, make this and let me know what you think. I can't wait to hear. Oh, I didn't finish my story. Oh, that's funny. Oh, gotta make room in the fridge. So anyway, we had a regular chocolate bar. I think we had a coffee crisp, and it was terrible. It didn't even taste like chocolate. You know what I mean? So once you start cutting all that junk out of your diet, your taste buds adapt and change. So maybe the first time, you know, if you haven't cleaned up your diet and you're still eating a lot of that kind of thing, or you just haven't adjusted to eating more naturally and less refined foods, when you taste this, maybe you're not going to be as blown away as I am. But once your taste buds adjust, this kind of stuff is just dynamite, and you can feel good about it, guilt-free, not bad for you, and enjoy it. Maybe even have fudge for breakfast.